Good evening, Reefers. Like 2 seconds before we went live, I read Liam's comment. That's why I kind of come in smiling to myself. I hope you are all well. Tonight we have Ben back with us. Ben was
Hello.
with us reasonably recently, a few months back, I think.
A
And
year ago
you're back
now.
again.
Back in February, isn't it? February?
Yes. Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Start of the year almost.
Yeah.
Come a long way since February, that's for sure.
Yeah, lots changed. So I'll start off with an apology about the microphone. We've had a lot of issues before coming on live, trying to get Ben's microphone working. It won't pick up the microphone from his headset. We don't know why. We tried it so many times, and then he was really quiet, so I played around with some of the settings, and I turned off reduced background noise, and now it won't turn back on again. So
Sorry.
yeah. So it's a little bit, your chair's a little bit squeaky, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
Still.
Don't move. Right, let's see who we've got with us. We've got 33 people watching. So I can see first in is Harry. Then, hopefully he's going to catch the second half. Good evening, Harry.
Good evening, Harry.
Thank you very much, Harry, for the East Coast Reefer sign up there. Got that mounted up on the wall today. Really like that. Looks really, really nice.
I have to get him to do one for my shop.
Yeah. Ben is with us and here as well, keeping up the numbers. Thank you, Ben. John Wright, of course. Where would we be without John? Good evening, John.
I'm just going to quickly change this chair because it's doing my head in as well.
Yeah.
Put it out.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the tank move in a little bit. Needless to say, I might not be the right person to ask. Good evening, Terry. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Dan. Keeping the numbers up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Emma. Good afternoon, Emma.
Afternoon, Emma.
We have Anthony with us. Good evening, Anthony.
I'm a bit low.
Good evening.
Lee is with us as well. Good evening, Lee.
All right, Lee.
Evening, Mark. You doing well?
Evening, Mark.
What else do we have? Reef Dad. One I've not seen before. Probably one of yours.
Hi, Neil. Yep, that's Neil.
There you go.
Good evening.
We've got Pedro. Good evening, Pedro. I did point out to Pedro every time I see his name, I have the soundtrack that Pedro sung with the badger or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's sick of hearing that, but I like the song, so that's not a bad thing. Good evening, Gaza.
Evening, Gaza.
Good evening, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
What else do we have? Liam with his joke. Good evening, Liam. Leave that on so everyone can read the joke.
Evening, Liam.
Good evening, Chris. Good evening,
Chris.
Kyle. No, good afternoon. It's US, isn't he, Kyle? It's been a while. I haven't seen you on any of the live streams or anything for a little bit, so I hope you're doing well. Who else do we have? Gary. Good evening, Gary.
Evening, Gary.
We have Ross Drakes. This is another new one on me. Is it one of yours, Ben?
No, I don't recognise the name, no.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, Julie and Paul. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
Good evening.
Who else do we have? Septic Llama. Good evening. Interesting name.
That's one of my friends. I believe that's his old Xbox name, actually, from back in the day.
Okay. I thought you could say that's the name of his ex at first.
Close enough.
Good morning, Melinda. Hope you're doing well. Early morning for you, I know, so really appreciate it.
Early bird.
Richard Smith. Good evening, Richard.
Hello, Dad.
Good evening, Richard.
Yeah, he does look quite short in that
Shows off the
Uh,
beautiful Red Sea behind me.
yes. Good evening, Stephen.
Good evening,
Good
Stephen.
evening, Harry. Jesus, stop the press. Ties in, and it's the beginning of the stream, not the end. The hell is going on? Ty normally joins like 3 minutes to the end.
Enough time to say hello.
Yeah, and he's noticed the logo. Yeah, that's thanks to Harry. That really nice.
It's really cool. I really like that.
Yeah, that is. I'll show a picture. Might send you a picture that I took because you can't quite see it because of the Stratton.
Yeah.
Another one here that I know is one of yours, Ben. Kian. Good evening, Kian.
Here he is.
Evening.
Good evening, Matt and Roxanne. Hope you're doing well.
Evening, Roxanne.
We have
that was on the
Colin
last
with
time,
us.
wasn't
Yes, I reckon. Good evening, Colin. Hope you're doing well.
it?
Good evening.
Any more? Max, good evening.
Hello, Max. Welcome.
That's it.
Surprised to see
That's
Max
everyone.
here. Thanks for
Nice.
the support, Matt.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. So, we'll start with you, Dan. What have you been up to recently?
What have I been up to?
You sent me a picture of a tank that looks cloudier than mine yesterday.
I did, yeah. So I was, I decided it'd be a good idea to clean the back of my overflow weir. So I started doing it. It's mainly just to clear the main drain because I get like a few vermitids growing on it. So I was scraping it back. I thought, I'll just siphon out what's at the bottom. I siphoned all that out without getting it in the main tank. But unfortunately, when I switched everything back on again, it obviously ran through the sump and ended up going back into the tank again. So it was quite cloudy for pretty much the whole night, but it was relatively clear by this morning, and obviously now it's okay. So, but I did that.
Stunning,
It's just not. I hadn't done like the very bottom of the weir since it's been set up, so there was a bit of gunk and stuff in it, but that's all been cleared out. What have I also done? I've cleaned the tank again this afternoon, done the back wall again. I hate doing the back wall on this tank. Just like I hate doing it. I like it being clean because I think it reflects a lot of the light back towards the front. So I did that, did the glass. What else I've been doing? Not much else really. I've stopped carbon dosing, so I'm no longer doing no pops again. And funny enough, as I predicted, all my bubble algae has sort of stepped back now. It's not sort of taken a hold. So
that's interesting.
Something to do with dosing that obviously was causing something, because I had it before. I was doing no pops before and I was getting quite a lot of it, and then as soon as I backed it off the first time it seemed to go away, but I didn't really clock it the first time. But when I started doing it again, I noticed it come back quite quickly, so I'm just gonna resort to doing nitrate control through some other means. But yeah, apart from that, the tank is doing okay. I did break, unfortunately. I'm a little bit, because my arms are quite long and they reach quite far when I'm doing the maintenance and stuff. I've got a nasty habit of knocking the corals up near the top, so I did break a little piece of my digi. So I sort of had to stick that just back in front of where it came off. But
that's right, fast enough.
yeah, I need to be more careful when I'm got my hands in the tank, really, because I'm a little bit like, I'm too busy focusing on the cleaning and not really where my arms are going. So
I will admit I'm mad for that as well.
I'll be a nightmare if it was all fully grown along the top. I'd be a nightmare for breaking bits off. But apart from that, no, it's all good. It's just in sort of just running nicely at the minute. I can't really complain, really. I'm going back to Nios salt. I've got some Nios salt on the way, so I'm going back to Nios. I did piggy onto Instant Ocean for 2 or 3 buckets. Okay. But I'm going to go. I did 1 bucket of Nios before I went that route, and then I'm going to go back to Nios now just for a little bit of peace of mind with some of the little minor traces and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to stick with nice, I think.
Yeah.
No one seems to have a problem using it, which is nice. So, yeah, go back to that.
I see we've got David join us as well. Good evening, David.
Good evening, Dave.
Hello again, Dave.
And Kian said thanks for watching that video. That video's doing quite well, actually. A bit of an epic build and a process getting the tank in. It was a lot of work. It's been a week, so I'll kind of go through what I've done, and then we'll come to you, Ben, because I think we'll then spend the rest of the stream talking about what you've been up to.
Been a busy few weeks.
Yeah. So we've also got Car. Good afternoon. That's CA, California, I'm assuming. So, yeah, good
The other
afternoon.
side of the pond.
Nice.
What have I been up to? So, Saturday last week? Not the Saturday just gone, the Saturday before that, I had a load of very helpful volunteers turn up and help me bring in this tank and put it where it is now. And then the Saturday just gone, Harry came back round again and helped me because the sockets that I've got on the wall behind here, one of them started to fail, and they were just a cheaper brand, so I've swapped all of them out for a much better brand now. But it was a massive pain, so I had to drain all of the sump, take all of the sump out, take the back panel off. Luckily, I'd left enough room to get the back panel off, and then rewire the sockets through the cabinet, which, was a massive pain. But at the same time, I dumped 4 40-pound bags of Carib Sea special grade in my tank without washing it. So you couldn't see anything in my tank anyway. So while I was rewiring them sockets, poor old Harry sat out in my garden with a big container and a hose pipe, washing all of the gravel out of my tank and filtering it and running it through filter floss so we took almost all of the sand out and then just kind of let it run. It was lovely and clear. And just this afternoon, I thought I'm going to go and get a couple of small jugfuls of gravel out of the container because I've just got it soaking in the garden at the moment. And I'll stick it in that tank just so there's a very thin covering over the entire bottom. And that's why it's a little bit cloudy, because it still hasn't taken all that dust out, it's crazy how dusty that sand is.
Never get it back. Like you say, that Carib Sea stuff's so dusty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same thing with this last week.
I think it was just the volume you put in there, Steve. So how many bags was it?
4 40-pound bags, so that the normal bag size is 20 £. So it's like 8 normal bags of sand.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How many sockets did you have to replace?
I replaced all of them. I didn't try. Only one of them had actually failed, and when I took it off, you could smell it. It smelled like burnt electronics, and you could see all little crispy melted bits in it. So it's lucky I did change it. Yeah, it's just, I think because the switch didn't feel like it worked properly, and I think it was that. A little bit. Yeah, it wasn't good. I didn't like it, so I changed them all anyway. So I did that, and then exactly. And then get some visual aids on. Share this on the screen. So this is my old tank, and I thought what I'll do is I'll put some suckers on it. I've drained it all down. I'll get the missus to help me, and we'll lift it off of here and put it on these sawhorses here. These sawhorses are rated for 311 kilos, so more than enough. So we move it over onto that, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's so heavy! I can't lift that anymore."
Wait till the new one turns up.
Well, the new one's already in.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, right.
the new one's right behind me in this picture.
Okay.
And I thought, that's fine. What I'll do is, once it's on these 2 sawhorses, I'll get some wood and stack it up, and then I'll make it a little bit lower than one of the sawhorses, and I'll because I can hold one side of it easily, I'll stack the wood up, lift one side up, pull the sawhorse out, and put the wood there, and just move it down a little bit at a time.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, when I lowered the end I was holding to sit it on the wood, because the sawhorse is made out of plastic, it just slid along the tank off the end, and the unsupported end then just swung down.
No.
And well, I think you know what's coming next.
I know someone else who did the exact same thing. I know where this is going.
This is what it did to my floor, my brand new flooring that I put down. And I've got that here. That is,
Saved it.
it's a significant chunk, that.
That
And it's
is.
actually, you can see it on the other side as well, where it's actually blown out the wood.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was a little bit frustrated at this point.
Wait, the tank was alright though?
So this is what the tank looks like.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, that's a hell of an impact to do that to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's gone straight through the glass like butter, isn't it?
And then
Yeah.
I thought, I was trying to describe to someone what I'd done. And then I realised that you can just see it up here, just behind the East Coast Reefer watermark.
Camera.
There's a camera. And it recorded it. So
let's see the swearing. Have you blanked all the swearing out?
yeah, I'll make sure there's no audio playing.
Oh,
So this is me lowering down that side of the tank, lowering.
Oh, that's heartbreak. Oh man.
That's not so good.
Oh man. I'm gutted for you.
I'm more gutted because I'd offered it to someone else. So someone had said, what are you doing with your tank? I'm like, you can have it. You can just have it.
And everything. Yeah.
And then, of course, then I had to message him and say, I'm really sorry, but I've just smashed the tank.
It's a sad way for it to go, but
yeah.
Yes.
It does happen. It does happen.
I had a member of my group who tried to move I think it was a 5-foot tank by himself, and he'd managed to get it onto half it onto an office chair, and then he lifted out the other half and tried to wheel it by himself, and it come off the office chair, and the same thing happened. Well, hit the floor, base shattered. That was that.
Horrible.
Yeah, the seals were still intact, Ron. It's just the glass wasn't watertight anymore. Evening, Ron.
Evening, Ron. Yeah, how are the seals? Yeah.
Seals held out fine.
Yeah. Chris, good evening, Chris. He said he knew someone worked at a hospital who dropped a tank and sheared their quads off their femurs.
Ooh.
That sounds really painful.
That don't sound pleasant at all.
And we've got someone else, Kosim. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever in the world you are.
Let us know where you're from.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, an 85-inch TV is pretty lightweight compared to a tank, though. And yeah, I was very glad, especially when there was glass just went everywhere. And I've been hoovering up glass for so long.
I bet, yeah. That's not fun.
Yes.
I actually think the flooring held up pretty well, bearing in mind it had that complete corner dive into it. It was like, because of the weight of it as well. It didn't actually do. I was suspecting the hole to be like deeper, like more into the actual base of your floor, but
well, I think the problem is, if you look at that bit there and the amount it actually bulged out, I don't know if you can't quite see it there. I think it bulged out enough to compress the underlay underneath it, and it couldn't go in anymore. So
Yeah.
I think the concrete floor stopped it from denting anymore. Yeah. Yeah, but like a few people have said, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Could have been the new one.
Yes.
Better not do this to move my new tank.
Yeah. And that's what I said when John Wright said, I need to pick your brains about how to move a tank. I mean, you can ask me and I'll tell you, but maybe it's not the wisest thing to do what I do.
If you want to play jigsaw puzzles with glass afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, don't do as we say and don't do as we do. So there you go.
What we do and we say, do the opposite, and you should be sound.
Hasn't John
on,
got to get his? He's got to get his new one up a flight of stairs, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving tanks is never fun.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pronounce it too badly. And it's London, so good evening.
Oh, nice. Good evening.
Yeah, so, and then I've been, that was the wrong way, I knew I was going to do that. I've been kind of trying to put all the frags on different places. I've got all the rock work in here. I bought some of the D&D Coraline spray. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Let's just come out.
Don't bother. Just don't bother. It was £8 for this tiny little bottle, and I sprayed it on the rock, and I was like, it hasn't gone very purple. I wonder if it just takes a while to go purple.
Goes dark.
And then, next day I looked at it. It was actually less purple than it was when I thought it didn't look very purple. And now it's in the tank, and it just looks like I haven't sprayed it. So, yeah. Good evening, Rob. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while.
Good evening, Rob.
Forgot what you look like. Not that we've seen you now, though. Sorry. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. I guess we'll have a chat with Ben now about what he's been up to since we last spoke to him. Because it looks like you've been a bit busy.
Yeah. Well, last time this interview was done in my bedroom, I think, in front of my 4-foot coral bag. Actually, no, it might be in front of my Red Sea. But either way, in the last 8 months, we've changed environments a little bit, shall we say. And mainly in the last 2 months. Obviously, you come down yesterday and had a little look around, didn't you? And saw what we've been doing a little bit. But
yeah,
I'm sure most of you know, we officially do have a store now, opening this Saturday. We're going to be stocking fish, corals, inverts, all your dry goods, all your consumables, your salt water, RODI water, all of that. So feel free to come down this weekend and see what we got to offer. And, quickly walk around with the laptop and give a little bit of a show off of what we've been doing. And then
nice.
Any questions from there? Yeah, take this coral filter lens off, and I'll just turn all the lights on for now, just to make it a bit brighter.
So,
show things about
the shop is Stonham Barnes, Stonham Magna, isn't it? The place.
Stonham Aspel, yeah.
Stonham Aspel, that's it. And it's just off of the A140, right near Ipswich.
So the lights are starting to go off now on the coral bays. We've got a 3.5 foot SPS bay, 6 foot bay with it's got sort of softies, low light LPS, MPS corals, that sort of thing. Then you come around here and we've got a selection of Reefs Elements products. I'm trying to figure out what way the iPad needs to go because this is all in reverse. Benepet's Coral Foods, Bubble Magus, Skimmers, Sands.
I did notice when I looked the other day, you had the PNS as well.
We do, the purple non-sulfur bacteria. We have that.
we've actually sold that for the last 6 months or so through the WhatsApp group, to be fair.
Okay.
So that's not a new product to us. We've got the Jacquard wave makers, plenty of foods and consumables, Rafos, heaters, nets, all sorts of dry good products for everything reefing related you might need. We've got some rock, we've got test kits, we've got nano tanks for people starting up, getting into the hobby. If you want to get into, sorry, I'm really trying with this camera here, it's all in reverse. If you want to get into the hobby, if you've seen what Steve and everyone's been doing and want to join in, got our Ocean Sea Wave display from Mark, which is looking awesome. Love them wave making there. The gyrators, they're awesome for them. Such good flow in the SPS player with them. And yeah, we've had a nice big delivery of fish, all settled in since you were here yesterday.
Excellent.
Looking good. Everyone's happy and eating and settled in nicely. So yeah, this Saturday is the official open day. Come around this way, so we've got the new Gen 3 on display, the 500 Peninsula. Got another coral bay over here, another 5-foot coral bay full of Euphilia, LPS, everything else like that. We've got our Red Sea stands, of course, because you know I love Red Sea. It would be an absolute, I don't know what the word is, but if I didn't have it here. But yeah, and that's basically where we're at so far. Obviously, we're going to continue to...
You had the bigger first wave TMC tank as well.
I do, yeah. I've got
both sizes.
The newer size, the 78 litre model as well behind the till.
Yeah.
We've got that over there, and the smaller 48 litre on the floor over there. Obviously, some dry goods and stuff. We're going to continue to add new product lines over the next year as we grow and find out what people like and what people want. We'll always take recommendations from people. And yeah, we'll continue to grow and hopefully become a good spot in Suffolk for all your local reefing needs.
Excellent.
Looks great, Ben.
Appreciate it.
Good evening, Dave.
It's really hard to show it off on this
Evening, Dave.
thing I'm using.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I came to see you yesterday.
Oh yeah, because you got a bit of footage as well, didn't you? It was a bit of a mess yesterday when you were here, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I caught much of the mess. I think I managed to crop most of it out, so you can see all your Red Sea stuff.
Professional you are, Steve.
Yeah, well, you had boxes and all sorts of stuff because they just had a delivery. So yeah, I wanted to get some footage, but not be in the way and then stop the guys from working. So.
I appreciate you coming down, man.
Yeah, so Reef's Element stuff, it's good to see.
Yeah, it's a very popular brand. I use a lot of the products myself, and a lot of other people do as well. So, absolute staple. Going to grow in the number of products we have on the shelves as well. Obviously, just trying to get a selection for everyone, a bit of everything that everyone uses to start with, and just grow from there, really.
And I think for Gaza, the trace elements on that shelf there are actually in order of importance as well.
They're in alphabetical order. I can tell you that for sure. I know I've done that. But yeah, there's so many little things that I could have, I could have ordered this brand of that as well as this brand of that, and really just got loads of different stuff in. But ultimately, I want to stock products that I know people use. I want to stock products that I use and that I believe in, because what's the point in pushing them and selling them if I don't think they work, if I don't think they're any good?
Yeah.
And ultimately, I want this to work and be a sustainable shop. So I'm trying not to rush into things by filling it with loads of dry goods initially, because ultimately you'd rather add more coral, more fish to come out and look at than just your imported dry goods. And when you need something, that I've got it there.
Yeah.
As opposed to having massive quantities on the shelf from day one, So it's just that juggling act of getting it right from day one, whilst keeping everyone satisfied and happy, and yeah.
It still looks to me though, Ben, that you've still got a hell of a lot of product there for the dry goods side. Bear in mind just about to open. I'd say you've got a really good selection already, to be fair.
To be fair, that's the general sort of opinion I'm getting from people, and I appreciate it. And you know, when you're like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, right? And I'm like, well, I haven't got one of these on the shelf, or if someone buys that, then the next person can't buy it. Do you know what I mean? And this is where I sort of start getting into battles of my own head a little bit of what, be sensible, don't go too big too fast, and all these sorts of things, you know. Because you could be stupid with it, and I could have 10 Radions on my shelf and, you know, all this other stuff, but realistically, is there any point? Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a comment. Where'd it go? Frozen food. What frozen food have you got?
We've got plenty of frozen food. We've got all sorts of different mysis of garlic, paper pod, brine shrimp. We've got the marine quintets, chopped prawn, mussel, the whole mussel packs, the big packs. We've got slabs of brine shrimp. We've got slabs of mysis, as well as everything regular blister packs. We've also got live food will be in on Friday, ready for opening day. So we'll have paper pods live, we'll have live brine shrimp, we'll have live mysis, which will come in every week.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we'll have a big supply of live food. And I also, this week, I have just ordered, you know, the generic little sachets that everyone gets, the copies and stuff. I know they're sterile, everyone keeps telling me this, I know this. I am going to look at setting up a copepod breeding system down here and phyto as well. So we will have fresh live food that isn't sterile eventually.
Yeah. I know.
Just one more thing on my list of things to tick off.
Yeah. Rob was quite happy to see you were doing the first bite food, as he's a big fan of that stuff.
I love it. I honestly have been pushing it to so many people recently. I mean, I've had customers coming in and said, I've taken this first bite and the cleaner wrasse that I couldn't get to eat is now eating this mixed with flake. And you're like, well, you know, that's brilliant, because getting fish like cleaner wrasse onto a flake is very difficult usually, you know, especially a wild caught one, you know. So mixing it in with that copepods, it's enriched with phytoplankton, it really draws the fish in, and you can really dump it in there to surround the fish, to almost force it to eat, you know. It is such a clean food as well. Brilliant. I really love it.
Yeah.
And it's great for your corals as well. I promote it as a coral food as well, because, you know, you can chuck a bit in front of your wave maker, and the amount of protein that's just spread throughout, like an LPS system full of torches, or even SPS corals with smaller polyps. It's such a fine food. It's brilliant just to get everywhere in the tank dispersed and do a blanket food. Really like it.
Yeah.
So I notice Tony. Good evening, Tony. I hope you're well. I haven't seen you on a live for so long. Really good to see you. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully everything's okay. And Dave has got a question. How much are the SOW4s?
$34.99.
There we go. Hope that's answered your question.
I just wanted to say, I can see there's a lot of comments wishing me luck and everything. So I just want to say to everyone, I appreciate all the support, and hope to see as many of you as possible in store this weekend or in the future.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get to you on the Sunday. I already have tickets for the Saturday.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't make the Saturday, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get there on the Sunday, show my face. Hopefully it's successful.
And to Jill's Aquariums, any flower pot corals, we've got plenty in stock ready for opening day. So
yeah, and here we go.
Those after just moved them and upset them all, unfortunately, but a couple of them are starting to show face there, aren't they? I tell you what, there's some rainbow ones on the far left. You can't quite see them. They weren't quite open. There's one at the back on the garden, but they're absolutely stunning. They've got purples, reds, pinks, yellows, absolutely stunning.
Wow. And you got some torches as well?
Just a few.
Yeah.
We've got we've got some Holy Grail banana grails, ultra Holy Grail bananas, and they're really special. We usually do them for 150 a head. We'll be knocking about 100 quid this weekend, open weekend special. I'll be doing triple heads of it for 200 quid. So there's some good deals to be had this weekend if you're into corals and fish.
Excellent.
Lovely.
I'm not going to say exact discount yet about what I'm going to do a livestock discount, a percentage across all fish. I'm not going to disclose it yet because I'm not 100% on what it is yet, but there will be a sale, guys, when you come down. There will be some sort of savings.
Well, I imagine you'll be posting on socials when you know.
Absolutely.
So feel free to tag me in it or let me know and I'll share it so that anyone that's listening can find out about that as well. And it might be there on Sunday to take that heliofungia you had.
Oh yeah, good luck with that. You have to fight me for it now because
as the rainbow
I
scully.
don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can see it in there. Hang on. There it is. She's sitting there. I need a filter in there. I'll send you a picture of it under a filter I took earlier. It looked absolutely stunning this morning when I got here. The rainbow scully, I haven't sold it yet. No, I'm having it here on opening day. I've sort of done that as an exclusive in-store launch day thing, really. I have had a couple of people message me saying, can you say it's sold and reserved and I'll take it? No, I'm not doing it. It's going to be here on open day, first come, first serve. It's very nice.
Yeah, it was a lovely scully, that was.
Yeah, it's really special. That coming, that's from TMC. That's an Aussie scully, that is. Really nice.
So let's keep going through. You've got some
in the bag at the back.
Hammers. You got bubble coral there and trumpet corals.
Got a couple of bubbles. Got some wall hammers as well. Got some parrot anacora, the branching hammers, candy canes. Yeah, we got a bit of everything in that tank. Really, gonnies, torches. There's a massive cataphilia. You saw
that was
yesterday.
Huge, yeah.
That thing. Every day I look at it, I swear it gets bigger, and it's actually a competition prize in our WhatsApp group.
Okay.
It's about half sold out. There's still about 15 tickets left or something. But yeah, that thing, I think as soon as people come in and see it in person, they'll start buying tickets because it's absolutely stunning.
It is, like the size of my head. It's huge.
It is huge.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice in here, to be honest, but someone's put a fungia in the way now.
Yeah, well, that can soon be moved.
Yeah, I thought that was coming.
What else have we got? So I think that's that first tank, and then this is your SPS tank.
Yeah, so we've got some acro colonies back there, 115 each. Got acro frags, solid acro frags, all 25 quid on the right hand side. We've got loads of plate in Monty, some crust in Monty, a few other bits as well. And then in the tank we're now going to, we've got loads of mushrooms. We've got some nice violet gorgonians at the back there, sun coral, chili sponge coral. We've got loads of mushrooms, zoanthids. We've got blastos, lobos, symphilias, chalices, bavias, you name it, we've got it. Tried to get a good selection in for opening day. Whether that be if you love soft corals, you want your SPS, whatever, we've got you covered. NPS, we've even got you covered on that this week.
Excellent.
The thing is,
blastos.
When I was building this shop, I had a lot of input from different people. There she is, the big fungia.
Yeah, I made sure I got some footage of that.
Yeah, when I was building this shop, I had a lot of input from different family members and different people in the industry about what way to go with the shop and whether I should do a small tropical system and just have some freshwater fish just to help turn over a bit of income, whether I do some pond plants out the front as a power out the front and stuff. But ultimately, this for me was yes, it's still about the marine fish and it's about the dry goods. It's ultimately about the corals still. I've always been about the corals in the reefing world, and that's one thing that's always kept me engaged. So one thing I was adamant I wanted to do was have a real good selection of corals, and whether or not it's to your taste, the other tank will have something to your taste. You know, it's going to be something that suits everyone, and ultimately somewhere you can go and you can see as many different corals as you want, because I'll try to stock as many different corals as possible. You know, so it is a real big focus on corals here. As well as that, I'm really starting to find a passion for fish recently. Getting them all delivered and brought in, you know, and unboxing them, and having a lot of fun with that. And I'm getting a lot more passionate towards the fish again. So you might see some special fish coming through as well, a bit more in the future.
Nice.
So yeah, it's really good. Really happy with the way it's turned out. I'm glad we've just done marines, because like I just read a comment a minute ago, someone was saying glad there's a marine shop popping up, because we have a few marine shops in the area, not loads, well, down my way anyway. And you can tell the ones who are passionate about marine, and you can tell the ones who just have it there to have it in the fish shop, you know, to say we do marines. You know, and I think a lot of the shops that say we do marines, they're fine for, you know, the running of your tank, for getting bits here and there. But if you want more special bits, if you want better advice, and if you want to see different equipment, I mean, all of our coral bays are running Red Sea equipment or D&D or decent equipment. You know, nothing's been corners cut here with the quality and how we're going to keep the corals and everything. So yeah, ultimately, I'm glad we went just down that route to just really have a good push on marines and have a good marine only shop again.
Yeah.
Ben, just give us a little quick summary of between, because you're on in Feb when you came on the stream in February, and you said that obviously to get to the point of having the shop was going to be like the dream to get to that point. Just talk us through from February. Obviously, you got your WhatsApp group, you've got your website as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Just talk us through the process of at what point did you think, you know, I'm at a stage now where I can go for a unit, I can get a shop, and we're going to sort of work towards that.
Yeah, so it was start of September, I want to say, end of August, start of September. I'd really had enough of my 9 to 5. And obviously I've been pushing hard with the WhatsApp group, the website, and building up the reputation, getting the customer base, getting the suppliers, and all of that sort of thing over the last year. And I've really had enough of my job, and I've been doing quite well on the side with the corals, doing enough to almost get by just off that, you know, and was having a good bit of pocket money. But it then got to the point where I was like, you know what, if I just did the corals and give it a really good push, what could I actually achieve from it? And I was having a really bad day at work one day, and I think my boss had called me up, and I was in Harwich, and he's like, can you now drive to like near Stansted Airport? And it was like middle of the day, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to go home and play with corals. So I called him back up. I said, mate, I'm done. I'm going home. And I went home, and I didn't look back. And I just started pushing really hard on the WhatsApp group, had a really good month. Applied to some small startup schemes for small business grants, that sort of thing, to get funding. And spoke to my old man, had a chat with him about how we could do it. He started looking at some premises and said, look, this is the sort of place you'd want to use, blah, blah, blah. He's a bit more business orientated on that side of things, so he helped me out a lot on that side. And yeah, next thing you know, is like, well, I've arranged to go look at a property for us in Stonham Aspel. And I was a bit hesitant at first because I knew about this site, Stonham Barnes Park. It's a bit of a shopping village. It's got a caravan park. You've got all sorts of shops. You've got restaurants. There's an owl sanctuary. There's a golf course, fishing lakes, loads down there. But I remember it from 15 years ago when it was a bit run down. There weren't a lot here. But in the last 10 years, it's had so much renovation. We come down and we're really impressed. The first unit we looked at was about a quarter of the size of this one, though. and we were quite tempted to go for it because I said I could make it work. But the next Monday, he invited us in to look at this one, and within the space of from that this end of August, start of September until now, it was like, right, we come looked at the property the same day we signed the contract and we started going, and it was just like, right, go, So for me, it was just taking the plunge and just getting the funding behind me and having the confidence to go for it. Obviously, doing the year at home first give me that confidence, give me okay, there is the demand and I can make this work. And obviously, having the experience working in a shop before, years ago, I knew how a shop ran. And it was just a matter of putting one and one together and finding the funding and making it happen.
Cool.
Excellent.
Nice. Because didn't you qualify as a Sparky? Was that what you?
Yeah,
did?
I was a Sparky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty. Can be a decent line of work.
Yeah, if you like crawling through lofts and insulation and spiders and all of that sort of stuff.
No good for me.
It was all right, I didn't mind the work. It was just the, I worked for 3 or 4 different electrical companies. And if I was to go back as an electrician, I'd have to work for myself because it was the organisation, the lack of materials on site, knowing where you're going, what you're doing, just being told that 6:30, oh yeah, be here for 7, oh brilliant, that's an hour away, all of that sort of stuff. I just couldn't do it anymore. It messed up my mental health quite badly. I've got an eating disorder as well, which when I get stressed, it really flares up. I lost a lot of weight and went down to like 6 stone last year.
Wow.
And since I've been here, I mean, my mental health's been better, my diet's been better, everything's just improved just because I'm getting happier with life and I'm doing what I've always wanted to do, with dreams becoming a reality.
Yeah, and that's what's important, being happy and healthy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. You know what they say? Do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, Graham. Another name I haven't seen before, so I think maybe one of yours, Ben. You okay?
It was actually plugged into the wall. Sorry, the charger wasn't actually plugged into the wall. It was just not charging. Graham.
Yeah, Graham. Is he one of yours? Graham March?
Don't recognise the name, actually, no.
I don't recognise the name either. But welcome anyway. And then Jack, he's the guy that was supposed to get the tank that I dropped on the floor.
Oh, unlucky Jack.
Sorry, Jack.
Yes. And James is with us as well, Mr. Pasty. So, good evening, James.
I just read a comment as well. Have you had any reservations setting up a new shop when so many are shutting down? Now, that obviously is a big concern because there is a lot of people in this industry that are struggling. But I think that what I've done in the last year has proved this is a working business model. And not only that, as Steve will probably agree, as I went through a few more details with him privately yesterday, I've got quite a good spot here and I can make this work quite well with the overheads and everything that I've got, and I shouldn't have to be one of them shops that gets greedy and ridiculous with pricing. I should be able to be fair, competitive, and ultimately a sustainable shop that you're happy to come and shop in.
Yeah, and I think it goes a long way. I mean, I know of a shop that I've been to that had good prices, which was Kettering Aquatics in Kettering. And now, any time I'm going along the A14 and I've got an hour to spare, I always call in. And there's always something good there to buy. It's always got some nice corals. So, if you can get that kind of reputation, then people will come, long distances as well. So.
Sure. I think the nice thing about where we are as well is, Norwich, Chelmsford, Cambridge, Bury, Stowmarket, Colchester, Ipswich. You're less than an hour for all of these places. So we're nice and accessible. A140, A14, whatever, A12, whatever you need to do. We're nice and easy to get to. There's plenty of parking on site. There's plenty to do as well. There's a beautician next door. The missus needs somewhere to go wash the shop for an hour. There's a cafe. There's a golf course. There's just so much to do. You can generally just make a whole day out of coming down here.
An hour's not far to go to a good shop, though, is it? Really?
No, most reefers will travel an hour and a half, 2 hours for a decent shop, won't they?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've travelled further than that to go to some of them.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I think Liam was asking what corals have you been growing the longest? So what did you sort of like? What have you been growing for the longest period of time?
I've always had a preference, like Euphilia. I've always been a Euphilia lad. So I've always kept a lot of hammers, torches, frog spawns. I mean, anyone that remembers my 250, how that looked when I set that up I shut it down about a year ago. But when I had that set up about a year ago, that was full of Euphilia. But I really like the last year as well. I've really taken a big liking to acros as well. Have a lot of fun with them. So a lot of stress with them as well. But a lot of fun.
Yeah, lovely. What about your website? Is anything going to change drastically with that? Do you ship stuff out or not? Do you ship dry goods or anything like that?
Yeah, so we ship dry goods, corals, and inverts at the moment. I do want to start shipping out fish, but I'm not rushing to do that because I want to make sure I do it right with the right couriers, with the right procedures, everything like that. Because they're a bit more sensitive, obviously, than corals, inverts, etc. So yes, in the future I'll be shipping out everything, but for now it's just inverts, dry goods, and coral. So was that a two-part question? What was the other half?
That was it. No, that was it. Just whether you're going to ship out dry goods.
Website. That was it. You said about, am I going to update the website? So the website, I haven't done anything with in about 2 months. I haven't updated the stock. To be honest, since I've been doing this shop, I've had more traffic to the website than I've ever had, and I haven't done anything with the website. And I'm apologetic. I'm sorry about this, guys, but give me some time. Everything will be on the website. All the corals will get on there. All the dry goods will be on there. I've just had confirmation from Red Sea that they're happy for me to start selling their products through there, whereas most shops usually have to wait 6 months before they can. The rep was in this evening. He's happy for me to do tanks and everything through there because he knows how confident I am with Red Sea to just do it through there. So so we'll be doing all of that through there with Klarna available, Clear Pay as well, credit card, whatever. PayPal.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I take it, going back to your WhatsApp group, you're still going to carry that on, I take it? That's not going to go anywhere, is it?
No, the WhatsApp group's still going to be in full force. It's slowed down the past month or two again. Just been busy.
Yeah, you've been busy.
I really like doing the competitions. I think the competitions are a fun thing. I like doing the free competitions as well. Like, I don't know if you've been part of the F1 ones before. They're always good fun. Pick a driver, and then whoever wins, everyone gets put in that pole. And, I like doing things like that. Or maybe we'll do something for the World Cup and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to keep the WhatsApp group going. I want to make the corals available to everyone, even if you're not local. If you need equipment, I can send it to you in a pinch, that sort of thing. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, excellent.
Good to know.
It's taken a lot of work to build the WhatsApp group up to what it is, so I couldn't really just throw it away like that. I'd be heartbroken.
I was going to say, so how, obviously, your customer base through the WhatsApp group, that's obviously been quite instrumental to your growth and obviously getting to the point of being able to open up a shop.
Absolutely.
Are you still open to new people joining the group, the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, we're going to start pushing it again very soon. Yeah, I've been trying not to push it. I've been a bit worried about this because I didn't know if people would think that I'm going to shut down the WhatsApp group because I have slowed down with it. And I haven't been pushing it as much. I'm not. I just didn't want to push it too much, get loads of people in, and then not be posting anything. Do you know what I mean? So I've just taken the foot off the pedal. But yeah, I'll definitely fire it back up again, get the competitions going again. Be nice. I think we've got 2 going at the minute. Get them filled up, get something new on, maybe a trackie or something. You never know. Something different. Now we've got more suppliers. There's plenty more different things we can get in. But yeah, definitely start pushing that again soon.
People who are interested in the WhatsApp group, where's the best way to contact? Just via the website?
If you want to get into the WhatsApp group, there is a tab on the website, a little WhatsApp icon you can click, which will take you straight to it. If not, drop myself a message on Facebook, TikTok, any of these socials, or a text, and I can add you to it manually like that.
Nice.
Excellent.
You want Instagram as well, Ben?
I am, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I think I put one post on there about a year ago and then left it and then thought, I should probably fire that back up now. I've got a shot. But yeah, Instagram coming soon.
Nice.
So we've got a couple of questions in the chat as well. John's asking what salt you're using in the shop.
Use Blue Bucket Red Sea salt.
And
Quality salt.
Liam is asking what's your quarantine process?
So depending on
mainly SPS.
Depending on where our corals are from, so we have a few different, many different suppliers for corals. Some of them do come in from the wild, and they go into a tank where they can be quarantined, monitored for a few weeks, make sure no pests come out of them, anything like that. And also dip them and scrape them, all these sorts of things. And also, any coral that comes in from import will not be sold for at least a month. It is sitting there for a month. I don't care what people say. They sit there, they rest, they sell. Especially SPS, because you can have an acro come in, it sits there fine for 3 weeks, week 4, dead, and that is just SPS, you know what they're like. The stress of moving and everything, it takes a little while for the effects to have that, to actually come into light sometimes. As for stuff that comes in that's farmed and aquacultured, they'll just be dipped, inspected, cleaned up if they need to be cleaned up, and put into the bays ready for sale. All of our aquaculture corals are nicely healed, encrusted, everything like that, ready to sell. So yeah, a lot of our stuff's aquacultured in Ipswich as well. We've got a big farm in Ipswich, and he does loads of our SPS and our euphilia. So it's really good to be supporting a local small business, and also to be supporting the conservation side of it, you know, not taking stuff from the wild so much and pushing that aquaculture corals, because they're a lot better for the consumer because they're a lot hardier and resilient and more used to tank life, and they're just a healthier coral that's used to growing in your sort of parameters, not the ocean's parameters, which are genuinely completely different to your tank normally.
Yeah.
So you've got some East Coast Reef green Anacropora as well in the shop.
I have some
So I
special
took you some.
grown by the man himself, and some that red Anacropora is nice as well, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, that was the TNT
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
that's really cool. Just in another question, what days and times will the shop be
Yes.
open? So Monday, easiest way to say it, we're closed on a Tuesday. Wednesdays, we're open from 9:30 in the morning till 9 at night. So that midweek point on a Wednesday, you're like, shit, I need water, I need Graphos, I need something in an emergency. I'll be here till 9 at night. You can pop down and get it if you can't get somewhere till the weekend because you work all week. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we open at 9:30 because I have to drop my boy at school, and we close at 5:30. So that is our open hours. Close
So
on a
9:30 till
Tuesday.
5:30, not on a Tuesday, and late on a Wednesday till 9 p.m. on a Wednesday.
That's a better way of wording it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your dosing setup then for your coral trays? What are you doing on there?
So I run the Red Sea 4-part on every system, absolutely every system, and then they're all on four head dosing pumps, Red Sea dosing pumps. I ICP every month on every bay, and I test probably 2 or 3 times a week each bay. It depends every week. I'll look at a tank and be like, I'm just going to test you today because I'm just not happy with that coral or that, or something that just makes me think, let's just test it. I'd probably test a lot more than normal that shit. Actually, I'll say I do. I usually get Tegan to do it for me. So
Excellent. Delegated.
Exactly.
You've
I'm a
got to
good boss, what can I say?
Yeah. So I also got some footage of your fishing invert bays. So we have an arrow crab. Is that in here?
Yeah.
What else did you have in here? You had
It's
turbo snails.
turbine snails in there, yeah. Got some turbos, regular turbos, and the ones next to it. Below that, we had, I can't remember. We've got cleaner shrimp now in there. There's
Yeah.
a pom pom crab in there as well. Some peppermints, some hermit crabs. I've been trying to get some different stuff that you don't see all the time in inverts. So I've got like decorator crabs, pom pom crab, boxing shrimp, arrowhead crabs. What else we got? We've got some massive brittle stars.
Yes.
Oh, I moved them tube anemones over to the 6-foot coral way today, so now they're under blue lights.
Okay.
They're proper looking nice and pink,
Wow.
fluorescent. Got a little yellow chorus wrasse in there. What else in there? There's a serrated wrasse and an orange spot. That tank we've got oscillated goby and a checkerboard wrasse. Above there, there's about 6 or 7 different fish in there. I mean, they'd literally just got in when you videoed here, didn't they? So they're all just hiding up a little bit.
So these ones, I think, Dan, these caught your eye today, didn't they? The goatfish.
They did, yeah. Yeah, I've never
A
seen
couple of
them
people.
in person.
A couple of people have come in today and been like, "Wow, I haven't seen them for a while," or or I've never seen them before. Like you say, yeah, they're really stunning. To be fair, I like reading the display tank, but there's a lot of things I like in that display tank.
Yeah, they're definitely different.
You get the plain yellow ones as well. They're the bicoloured, so they're the half and halves. But the plain yellow ones are nice as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
and boxfish, cowfish, whatever it is. Sorry. Copper band hiding at the back there. Has he just gone in? He's eating already. He's nice and settled.
Yeah. Puffer in there as well.
Porcupine puffer, some firefish. Sorry, there's a marine better in there as well, hiding up.
Yeah.
Nice flame angel, little regal, coral beauty, some bicolor chromis, big sailfin. He's so friendly. He's lovely. That copper band is a pig, absolutely eating brilliantly already. And I think it's because he's next to that pig of a sailfin tank. You've got the Naso in there. There is rock in all these tanks now as well, just to add, so they've all got somewhere to hide. This was just as we were getting them acclimated and into the systems. And then patterns are beautiful.
We had a banded pipefish in this one as well.
He's a good size as well, to be fair. And the mother of all Scope-Has tangs, he's huge. Fiji black foxface. Antheus.
Got a nice selection.
Neon
Yeah,
velvet
these guys looked. Yeah, I don't think I've seen these before.
I tell you what, one of my friends brought me one of these once as a gift, and it was the most aggressive thing, and I'd never seen them either. And he brought it and turned up at the house with it one day. He's like, "I've got you a fish for your tank," and I was like, "Brilliant!" Put it in, and it beat the crap out of everything. And
Yes.
it was just typical damsel. I got unlucky with him, and he was a nightmare one. But they're really cool, really cool. And again, I hadn't seen them before, and when I saw them on the list, I was like, "We'll get them in." I haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah.
It's the thing, I'm trying to do the shop that I wanted to visit as a consumer, you know, seeing all these different things and these different fish and different coral.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's things that I've been getting in and people are like, "Wow, how have you got them?" I'm like, "Well, they were just on the list. I don't know why every other shop doesn't order them." You know, like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like I had a Porites Christmas tree worm colony come in. And I ended up auctioning it off because I had so much interest in it, but I only had one ticket on CITES for a Porites colony, so I only got one in. There were so many people wanted them. I was like, well, why does no one else get them in, you know? It imported well, it rested well, and it sold well. So, you know, look beautiful.
Maybe they're seasonal.
Could be something like that, yeah. But you just, yeah, funny. Funny.
Sorry.
Went straight over my head for a minute there, didn't it?
I know you said you're just starting to get more into your fish, obviously from coral. But have you got like a favourite collective group? Do you prefer like the tangs? Do you prefer the angels, butterflies?
I do like my tangs. I like my tangs. I'm a massive fan of the orange shoulder tang and the Achilles tang. I also am a massive fan of the flame angel. Had to get one of them in straight away. Not something I personally put in a reef tank, but I had to get one in. I really like the yellow long-nosed butterfly as well. I brought him from the shop, but he's ended up in here.
Yes, it literally, as you said, long-nosed butterfly, it just popped up.
Yeah, the lights are starting to go down now, so he's starting to find his spot for a night, I think. But
yeah,
he's in there somewhere.
They're such a cool fish.
Oh, my head. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah.
oh, and there.
Sorry, my headphones just died.
Sorry.
Give me 2 secs, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's go try and reconnect.
Hopefully he'll reconnect. I was sorting through my drawers today because I've just moved everything back in.
Say, is this your fish drawer or is this your personal drawer? What are we going on here?
And I was like, now I've got a new tank because I haven't been putting any stickers on the tank because I was getting rid of it. So I have a collection. I've got a little jellyfish one. I've got one of Harry's.
Nice.
Got an iReef sticker. And I've just been kind of going through now all of these ones that people have been giving me over the last few weeks. In fact, I've got 2 Scottish Reefer ones for some reason. But I've also got a very special one.
Ooh.
This is 3D printed.
That's got to be rare as hen's teeth, isn't it?
Ooh. It is, yeah. There you go.
That's nice.
So yeah, this next few days I'm going to try and get those stuck on and start that back up. I've got all the wiring and dosing heads and everything to sort out as well. You're back. How is it?
Yeah, me all right?
We can hear you, yeah?
Awesome. I'll have to send you one of my stickers or a couple of my stickers to add to your
Yes.
collection.
Yeah, well, hopefully if I'm there on Sunday, I'll pick one up.
Got some cool glow-in-the-dark ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's funny how collecting stickers is like I used to when I was younger. I used to have a few stickers I used to collect, but like I haven't touched it since I started reefing. And then you start reefing, and you start trying to hoard all these stickers, and it's like you end up with quite a few, don't you?
Well, for me, they're more like little mementos over that kind of signify the friends that you've made in the hobby. I think that, and some of them there's such a wide variety. Harry's one is very kind of minimalist, and then I've got Krusty's Reef. Do you know Krusty's Reef?
Yeah.
His is phenomenal.
That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I say, it's more about the kind of the friends you've made, the people you've met, and everything.
And so yeah,
it's nice.
Every sticker's got a connection, hasn't it? So
yeah.
Do you know what? I've had this little idea that I'm thinking about doing for in the shop. So I'm thinking about getting stickers made up of each general type of coral. So like an aquaporta, a torch, just some little ones, and get a little book made up. So when you buy this coral, I'll give your kid the sticker and the book or whatever, and then he can build like you got a book with some like pre-printed scapes on it, and the kid can do a sticker scape along with the dad with the corals he's brought or something to get them into the hobby or something. I think that's quite a nice little idea.
Good idea. Yeah.
Kids involved
That's
a little
cool.
bit, coming down to the shop with the dads. Oh, can we go to that shop with the stickers so I can get one for my book again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's cool. I think.
you can even steal some of the Red Sea stickers.
Exactly, yeah. I've got some sitting in the till. They're cool.
Yeah, tap up your Red Sea rep and say, right, I need more stickers.
Yeah. Send me
Just
a
sat them
box
in
of.
tonight. Open like, give me as many posters and everything to fill up the shop as possible.
Yeah.
Speaking of potential new customers, Ben, if someone comes in looking to get into reefing, just regardless of what, whether they've got a small budget or a larger budget, what would you kind of recommend tank wise? What would be your kind of go-to beginner tank?
I'd say these TMC kits are a good start to get you into the hobby. I mean, obviously you've got the 48 litre, you've got the slightly larger 78 litre. I mean, the 78 litre especially is a decent water volume for someone starting out. They've got decent filters, decent lights. You could take the kit away with a bag of sand and a heater and a couple of bits of rock, and
That's great to go.
by the end of the week have a couple of clownfish in a tank, and you've started your reefing journey, and that way you realistically, for the smaller kit, I think the tank with everything is 200 quid. You need a heater, which is going to cost you another 20 quid. Bag of sand. So, for 250 quid, you've got to start a marine system, I also am looking at getting in the Hello. Have you seen Hello Reef Nano?
Hello Reef,
Yes. Yeah,
They look
from
like a really good
Exodus.
setup. From Exodus. So I was talking to Jim about them the other day, and they come literally with everything you'll need: sand, rock, refractor meters, like everything you'd need to set up a tank.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get them in as well.
Did a video at Aqua with Steve Fox about the Hello Reef stuff, and I was just blown away that they've actually thought of it comes with everything. So I did the Fluval Evo route, and like I picked up my box. I was really excited, and then they're like, "Yeah, but you need a heater." What? Why does it not come with a heater?
It's stupid. It's
Yeah. Yeah, so I really like that idea with the Hello Reef, where it comes with the rock, the sand, like you say, the refractometer and so many different things you're going to need, and a really decent light. It comes with an AI blade, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it comes with all Sicey pumps and everything, don't it? So
yeah,
they're all good equipment. It's not cheap rubbish. It's same with the TMC. It's all decent TMC gear as well. They're a good way to get into the world of reefing without breaking the bank, and just to have a go, at dabbling in the hobby,
There's a few.
And then if people want to go further into it, then they can get something like this later down the line. Smaller options, bigger options, whatever option they suit to.
I'm always a bit torn with this because we've got all of these kits and I get them, and having been there and bought one myself, I know why you buy them, but it's so much harder to keep a nano alive than a bigger tank. It's really frustrating that there must be a lot of people that get into the hobby with one of these smaller tanks and then quickly leave because it was hard work.
Yeah. Whereas if you could get them to get a 425 to start off with or something, a nice 4-foot tank.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just going to have an easier ride, aren't you?
I think the 78 is going in the right direction. I kind of like to see 100 litre-ish one.
Well, Fleet will do the 123, don't they? They do the big 123 both front Fleet C or whatever it is, don't they? Which is then, again, like you say, it's a decent size then.
Yeah.
But does somebody who's just getting into it, having a go of it, do they want to have a 3-foot space, or do they want to have a little 1.5 to a 2-foot space in the corner just to try it?
Yeah.
I think there's three nano spaces of tanks that I think are quite prominent at the minute. So you've got the all-in-one TMC options. I do prefer the 78 because I just think the size of it is like more appealing. I think you can get a little bit more in it. It's a bit bigger water volume. You've then got the Hello Reef, which is obviously got more premium gear, and it literally comes with everything that you need. And then the other premium end of the spectrum, if you want to kit something yourself, is the UNS tanks, which I think are like
Yes.
phenomenal. Those little UNS tanks are like just really, really nicely built, but obviously don't come with anything. You've got to then spec all your stuff yourself. But
And they're right at the upper end of the price band as well.
yeah,
I've just got to quickly say hello to AMS123 Obby, who is my daughter.
hello.
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Been a while since she's been on a stream, Steve.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do fine with Amy. There is no potato throwing now. We've got the new tank. No potato throwing.
But you've already broken one as well. So
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Don't want to break another one.
yeah. What's been the most challenging thing getting the shop ready, Ben? Has it been like the initial getting the stuff in there? Did you have your fish racking systems built, or did you manage to source them?
No, I managed to get them from a shop that was shutting down. It's been actually got a massive bargain on all the fish systems in Coral Bays. So that was really lucky. To be honest, a lot of it was logistics of. So basically, this wall behind me where the fish systems are on wasn't here. This was a stud wall we put up to separate out a back room to a front room.
Yeah.
It was things like, if we build this wall, we can't get IBC tanks out the back. So then it was like, right, okay, so we could build the wall but leave one of the studs out, so we've got a bigger gap to get the IBC tanks through. But then we can't fill the fish systems, but they need to start cycling, and we need to start getting fish. For me, I was given a period of time which I had to have this shop ready and be open by, and it was a tight deadline. We've made it work, but that was the hardest thing, was the deadlines and getting the systems ready, and everything just had to flow like clockwork. This had to go in on this day, these had to be cycled by this day, ready for fish this day, and everything's worked out really well actually in the end. And I think it's because I did write it all down and plan it all out. Obviously, there's things I'd have done differently. I'd have given myself more time if I could do it again. But I wouldn't say we've had to sacrifice anything. I wouldn't say we've cut any corners. I spent a lot of time deciding how I wanted to do these fish systems, because we've completely replumbed them. So every system, every individual tank has got a water inlet into it on a tap. So it's got adjustable flow. There's good flow in each system. There's good oxygen in each system. Every system's got a roller mat on it. Every system's got a UV on a separate pump with a slow trickle of 500 litres per hour, just parasitic sort of control, if you will. Everything's been really overthought about on the fish systems to provide them with the best health and care whilst they're in our care. We've got quarantine systems out the back as well, which you can run copper in and that sort of thing if we need to move fish. But yeah, genuinely, it was just planning everything with enough time, because everything takes time and patience in this hobby. Yeah. It's just trying to have the time to do everything.
Yeah.
I take it, obviously you mentioned your dad earlier on in a lot of the process. I take it you've obviously had help from your family, and have you had like help from your friends to get stuff moved around? And
it's so many of us. I mean, got to shout out a few people there to say thank you to. I mean, Dave Irwin, he was in the chat a little while ago, my partner Tegan Green, Kean Huck, even Max Hale, my dad. I'm probably missing people there. There's so many people. I mean, Kean's partner's been down. She's even helped clean tanks. Many hands make light work, and getting all these tanks, it was an hour and a half trip to picking them up, actually 2 or 3 trips in a Luton van, and I just had like 5 or 6 of us, and they're like, well, yeah, but we're only there for 10 minutes. It took us 10 minutes to load everything on. I was like, yeah, but there was a lot of tanks to load on. Because we had a lot of us, it was easy, and it was just all the liaison and the planning that really was the stressful bit of it. I was very stressed for the first month, and then it got better.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work to get all that set up. It's like you've done loads already. It's like even just to get into open is like so much effort and planning goes into it. And you can see that from what you've set up. You know,
Yeah.
it
And
just
The
it-
looks
thing
you
is, as
know-
well, there's so many
What-
jobs that were to be done here that only I could do as a hobbyist, whereas I had the hands here from other people who aren't hobbyists, and it was like, well, what could we be doing? I'm like, nothing, just don't touch my coral waves, you know, leave them to me, I'll deal with them, you know, and
Yeah.
it's great, you know, I appreciate everyone. I wouldn't have been able to do this without all the help, and yeah, it's just been mental. I don't know what day it is, I don't know what date it is, I don't know what time it is. I'm so out of touch with the world, and I feel quite bad because my son started school about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I haven't had loads of time with him recently. He's been getting home and being tired and going to bed before I get home because I'm here late or whatever. But you know, it's hard push. We'll get there, and then it'll pay off, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm
A couple
sure
of
it will.
questions that have come in, both from John actually. So he said that when selling livestock, what kind of questions would you ask about their tank and everything to make sure they're getting the right fish?
Sure. So obviously, there's a few things you've got to go through. How long the tank's been running for is obviously the main thing. Making sure fish aren't going in a box to die straight away, isn't ready for them. Making sure the tank mates are compatible. Making sure the size of the aquarium is suitable for the fish. Making sure that the diet of the fish isn't going to eat your corals, inverts. You know, compatibility once again, all that sort of thing, and just generally making sure that I'm selling it to someone who knows what they're doing and can care for the animal.
Excellent.
Good
He
question.
also asked about, he said 99.9% of reefers are honest, but do LFS find shoplifting a problem?
So yeah, I used to work.
Hopefully you're not going to, but
I hope I'm not. I mean, disclaimer: there's cameras everywhere. You are being watched, all of you. But yeah, no, I used to work at another shop in the past, and there was an issue. I'm not gonna lie. We did have. I mean, we used to sell reptile stuff and all sorts in there. There was people would steal like thermostats for snake setups and just put in their trousers. And there was one time when a couple of guys just literally got 3 Reef LED 90s up their shirt somehow and out the door. And then the police had to take them for fingerprint swabbing, and they held them for 6 months, and we didn't get them back. Anyway, but yeah, that is a bit of an issue for some of the higher ticket items. But I've got a few things in place which I'm going to be doing to keep what I can from being stolen.
Yeah, I think you got to, didn't you? You got to a little bit because theft is just so rife at the minute. So
yeah, I mean, as you can see, all our higher ticket items were sort of behind the till anyway. All the Red Sea, like lights and all that sort of stuff. Got a few dummy boxes on the shelf as well, mixed in. And again, I know a lot of shops like they keep like the Hannah reagents and smaller things hidden away because they're easy to steal, which I will also be doing as well, keeping them somewhere hopefully that I can get them easily enough for people, and yeah, that sort of thing.
Cool. What about staffing for Saturday? If you got sort of extra help in, is it just yourself?
Just me. It's just me, really. For now, it's just going to be me. Yeah. My partner's going to help out on a Wednesday in the morning, well, half a day or something like that, morning and afternoon. She only works half a day on a Wednesday, so she'll do all my. I'm going to try and make it, as I've got everyone here listening, that my deliveries going out on a Wednesday for arriving on a Thursday. That's going to be my main delivery day. Now, obviously, there is some exceptions to this, where if you're not about on a Thursday and you want stuff posted out, contact me. I'll work with you absolutely fine. Just because it's only me by myself, on a Wednesday I'll have an extra pair of hands, so I'm going to do the volume of deliveries on a Wednesday. But Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, every other day, it is just me. I'll have the odd hands from people volunteering to help out and stuff like that, but predominantly it'll be me. Until we see how well we do, if we do well enough and I can hire a pair of staff, I will be. There's a lot of work to do it. But it's just seeing how we get on for a bit first.
Yeah. So James is saying that none of the shops around him keep them because they've had them nicked.
Yeah.
Actually, I have an LFS that's like a very short walk from my office where I work, and they normally have Hannah reagents, but they have a glass front in their till, in their counter, and they're all there, so you can't pick them up yourself.
That's the
You
sort of
ask
thing
for them and they pick them up. Yeah.
have a little lockbox, like a glass lock case on the till, so you can see they're all there. You just can't take them.
Yeah.
Very cool. You mentioned your partner there. How instrumental has her support been from obviously starting where you started, getting that set up and going? Obviously, for anything like most of us that have water all over the house and reefing
Most of us,
paraphernalia.
Dan. I
Most
think
of
I think
us.
one of us in particular has had a lot of water over their house, haven't they?
I have, yeah. Yep. They should call me
she's
the
pretty
wet
good
bandit.
The wet bandit. That's how I'm going to know you from now on.
Oh dear, that's a AI face swap coming up. Just writing that down.
I was going to say, make note.
I've had a few floods, yeah. But
Yeah, no, my partner's very good, to be fair. She's very supportive. She's always supported me in doing what I love, as opposed to sticking at the electrical, which was getting me depressed, and I was having a bad time with that. So she's always been really supportive of do what you need to do to make yourself happy. She's very accommodating in the last year of having her hallways stacked up to the ceiling of poly boxes ready to go out, and just corals taken over, buckets everywhere, spare 100-litre tanks to fill of RO and mixed salt water just everywhere. I actually got taken off RO duty and salt mixer duty at home because I flooded the kitchen too much, and she actually appointed herself to do that job, so fine by me. But no, she's been great, really great. She's helped out loads down here. She's down here again tomorrow, helping me get real polished up and ready for the weekend. She'll be here on Saturday. I say it's just me on staff, but this Saturday there'll be about 8 members of staff, I reckon. No, she's been brilliant. She's here in the chat now somewhere, quietly watching.
Yeah, and making sure you don't say anything about her.
She did say, don't forget to shout everyone out and say thank you, but not me. I don't want my name on there. Sorry, Tegan.
Yeah.
How far is the shop from where you live? Have you got a commute far to it?
About 23 minutes. No, it's not too bad.
It's pretty close, yeah.
I like the way you say about and then give us a very specific
very
time.
Precise time. Well, yeah.
Traffic, innit? It's all over the shop.
Yeah.
About 23 minutes, if it's exactly as Google Maps says. The other good thing about this site as well, though, is obviously I'm 20 minutes away. If I need to get down there, I've got alarms and everything in the night, and backup power, all that sort of thing. They've got security here all night as well, that roams the site with guard dogs all night. So they literally live on site on the caravan park. So it's 2 different members roaming. So if you want to try and rob us, try it, but I'll be here pretty quick. If not me, someone else will be with a big dog.
That's good. What are you most excited for Saturday? Is it just actually opening up the doors and
showing everyone what I've created? Like, I'm proud of what I've done. It's not fully finished yet, but I'm happy with where it is, and I'm happy. Do you know what? About the last 2 days, I've been saying I'm not happy. I'm not opening Saturday. I cancel it. We're going to give it another week because it wasn't perfect. But I've had a few people talk me down and say, look, it is right. It's fine. Open, and see. But I'm just happy to show everyone now and get people through the door, hear some feedback, see what I can improve, and just start to get a feel for the place, how it's going to run on the day-to-day, and get an idea of the new normal day-to-day life.
Yeah, I wouldn't beat yourself up. I was very impressed when I turned up yesterday at how prepared you were. I wasn't expecting it to be as ready as it was.
No,
so yeah,
I tell you, because I've really been shooting myself in the foot with it a bit. Like, I'm not sure what's the word, kicking myself a bit. Like, I haven't got enough dry goods. I haven't got enough of the dry goods, or enough range, or I haven't got enough fish, or like the shop feels empty, you know, or there's so many things that I feel like will be improved over time that I would have loved to be ready for day one, but it just wasn't feasible. It just isn't. It never is going to be. It never was going to be.
Yeah.
I think the starting point of where you are to open, I think it's phenomenal. You got loads of stuff. You got loads of coral, good selection of dry goods already. Got fish in already. I think don't be too hard on yourself. I think you just got to get people in there, and it will just expand, and you'll get a feel for what you need to keep in stock as you sort of go along. But it's going to be really exciting. I'm normally up that way once a year anyway in the summer, but I might have to try and come out my way before then, I think, to come and have a look. So
yeah, no, I appreciate it, mate. I really do.
that'll be my plan.
Just, I think I'm a bit too critical of myself, you know, because I feel like in my
Definitely
head,
are.
I'm like, if I don't have the best shop on day one, no one's going to come back. That's how I feel it in my head, you know. If I don't have, I'll be like, oh, there's not a lot of range there. I won't bother going back there again. It won't worth the commute. So in my head, I'm like, I need to be perfect, the best shop of the world on day one. But in reality, it's not going to happen, is it? I just need to be a good level for now. And
Yeah, I'd imagine there's a lot of excitement from your sort of current customers, the long-standing ones, and I bet they can't wait to get in and have a look at what you've done.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been itching to get down. And to be honest, even like the foot traffic around here, the amount of people that just been wanting to get in like a new marine shop. Or I actually saw a group of lads that I used to know when I worked in a different shop. They walked past the other day and I was like, I know you. Where do I know you? You're an old customer. I was like, you still got your marine tank? They're like, no. And there's 3 of them. They're like, we all used to have marine tanks. We're all going to get them again now. They live up 5 minutes up the road. And there's so many people just interested in what is coral, what is marine, you know, what are you? What are you going to be? Can I come in and have a look? And it's like, no, wait till Saturday.
Yeah, well, while I was there, I think there were 2 or 3 people want to come in and buy stuff.
I was to send people away because I wasn't ready. I had water all over the floor, hoses everywhere. It wasn't, and a lot of it being half term this week. The people that are going to come in this week and want to have a look is just sort of kids wanting to have a little browse and stuff. And when it's not safe, I don't want people in it. You know, so just be keeping the door locked. To be honest, put a sign on it saying live stream do not open because the security guard usually comes in every night and say hello to me. But I've locked him out for the night. No one's coming in.
Excellent. So we've got a few questions. John says, have you got anything for backup if there's a power loss?
Yeah, we've got backup generators.
Excellent. John has asked what suckers I used. So if I quickly share my screen, I used, come on, add stage, these ones. So, yeah, but the only thing I would say is you just make sure you push the sucker onto the glass before you move the lever, and give them a good clean before you start using them. Covered in dust.
So nervous to ever use them.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrified. But you know what? But if you give them a good yank at the beginning, if they don't move, then you're fine.
Yeah, that's a lot of a lot of faith on that, though, isn't it?
Yes.
At least you know your hand ain't gonna fall off if you've got the tank, you know, like this.
Yeah. And then Mark mentioned, he said you were talking about asking customers about tank size. Does that mean you don't condone buying juveniles that will eventually outgrow the tank? And then he goes on to say, even if the customer plans to move it on before it outgrows it.
Sure. I mean, I think as long as I have the understanding and I know that the customer understands that this fish is suitable for this tank for this long, it's going to outgrow it, you know, this is how big the fish is going to get. That's your responsibility when it gets to that size in 2 years' time to rehome it, get it to a bigger tank. As long as I know the customer has the right information and knowledge to deal with that fish as it grows, then I think that's as much as I can do, really. I mean, I'm not going to be following him for the next 3 years, making sure he rehomes that fish. But obviously, you know, if the customer comes in and says, look, I want a mustard tank, I like them when they're small, because of the yellow. I don't like when they're big, so I'm going to rehome it. All right, mate. I understand you know exactly about this fish. The chances are you are going to do what you say. You know, sometimes it's down to just that discrepancy of knowing the customer a little bit and speaking to them for a minute, and you get a bit of an understanding, you know, and just sort of use your best judgment sometimes. Because I mean, we can't always get it perfect every time, because some people are going to lie to you, and I can't just not sell a fish to anyone ever, because, you know. But yeah, I will sell fish to people as long as they provide they know what they're doing with the fish and that it's going to be rehomed.
Yeah, excellent.
Good
Good
question.
evening, Alan. How you doing?
Good evening, Alan. I find most serious people that get into this hobby, that they start off relatively small and quite quickly want to go slightly bigger. So it does happen quite frequently.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing is just getting through those first 6, 7, 8 months. I think once you get past that point, generally most people sort of stay in the sort of hobby, really. So
Yeah,
you know, most
like
people at
about
that
that
point,
year mark, you got to make it or break it. And
that's it. You definitely have to go through a bit of pain before you get any sort of relative success, but it's worth it.
not many
But that's
people
where
I know
people,
that just set up a tank, chucked everything in, and it's gone fine straight away.
yeah, that's where it's nice having people that have got shops and they can pop in and speak to you, and if they're customers as well, if they run into issues, they can pop in and ask you, and you know what your recommendations are to try and fix, you know, said problem, which is nice to have someone to ask, isn't it? So
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you can order all this stuff online if you want, but ultimately, who's going to help you online when it doesn't work, or you know, or you've got to troubleshoot something, or you've got an issue with your tank, and it's Christmas Eve. Who's going to answer the phone at Charterhouse on Christmas Eve? You know, but
yeah,
I'll be there answering the phone because I'll be here checking on my livestock. I'll be here on Christmas Day checking on my livestock. You know, I'll be here when people need me. That's ultimately one thing that people need to remember about me is I'm a hobbyist at heart, and all I care about is the hobby, not anything more. And I just want people to have a successful tank. I want the livestock to do well, be healthy, and yeah, ultimately I'm here to help people and support them through the hobby.
yeah, that's nice to hear.
okay.
I've never been about just the money grab, cash grab run. I've just been supplying nice corals to people that can't find nice corals because there's no shops about. That was what I've done for the last year. You know, now I've had the opportunity to expand and make it into a proper shop. Keep coming, we'll keep getting the goods.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. I don't have any more questions for you, Ben. Is there anything you want to talk about, or Dan, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Did I have anything? The only thing I didn't ask you, Ben, was what you know, what's your wave maker preference? What do you run on the coral trays, and what have you got on that peninsula behind you?
So on the peninsula behind me, I've got two Reef Wave 45s. Brilliant wave makers, mega powerful. I mean, these tanks, they kick some massive flow through on both the return and on the wave makers. Mega flow on the Gen 3s. And then on the coral bays, so I've got a mix of Jacods and the SOW8s and Reef Wave 45s, 25s. I think they've all got applications. You know, like the longer wave makers, the Bass or gyro style wave maker, and you're obviously the smaller round wave makers. I think they're all good for different things, to be honest with you. I like the wave makers, like the Reef Waves, for a lower, gentle blanket flow, just to suspend all the detritus underneath the trays, that sort of thing. But then I like the flow on the acro tank with the randomness of the SO8s. So yeah, I just think they're both good wave makers. They've just both got different applications.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only thing I was quickly say to everybody here watching is I just wanted to thank everybody, old and new, for the support over the last year and the support going forward. Appreciate all the feedback on the shop and all the questions. gets me thinking about things a bit more, which is good. And any recommendations or improvements or things you want to see in the shop, things you want to see in the near future in the shop, events, things like that. I'm taking any recommendations. I want to make this the shop of the consumer, not the shop of the owner. So what people want is what I want to hear. So drop me a message any point, day or night, pick it up when I can. And if you need help with anything, feel free to give me a message. Appreciate everyone for turning up as well to come see us.
Yes.
Thanks, Mark.
Brilliant. Okay, stay on the line, Ben, because when the outro finishes playing, I'll add you back and we can quickly catch up at the end. But thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you, Dan, for stepping in as Matt has got his kids this week and Harry is diving. So, yeah, it was just going to be me and Ben. So, yeah, it's always good to have an extra person in as well.
Thank you for having
me. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in as well. And I'll see you all next week.
Thank you very much for having us and good chatting to you both.
Yeah,
And thanks everyone for joining us.
And you.